A fresh revelation amid the intensifying Iran-US confrontation dramatically reveals an intense behind-the-scenes tussle for strategic dominance across the volatile Middle East region. Despite repeated US threats of military action and war, Washington appears to be carefully maneuvering to prevent any sudden flare-up or uncontrollable escalation of the situation. Iran was notified ahead of time about Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner's recent visit to a key US warship, a deliberate move to maintain communication channels, according to CNN reporting. Kushner and Witkoff, traveling through the Middle East for crucial indirect talks with Iran, also toured the mighty USS Abraham Lincoln carrier positioned in tense waters. Witkoff and Kushner's high-profile warship visit came at the direct invitation of U.S. Central Command Chief Admiral Brad Cooper to demonstrate American naval resolve. The U.S. had proactively informed both Iran and mediator Oman in advance, specifically to prevent any surprise attacks or dangerous anger sparking within Tehran against American assets. The aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln was strategically deployed in the Middle East in January 2026 amid President Trump's increasingly explicit threats of military action. Yet Iranian officials have repeatedly and defiantly insisted that this massive American military buildup across the region does not intimidate Tehran or alter its strategic calculus. The February 6 talks in Oman were optimistically described by Trump as very good negotiations, while Iran's government hailed them as a constructive, positive start to dialogue. However, Iran has steadfastly refused to completely abandon uranium enrichment activities, even those claimed for legitimate civilian nuclear energy purposes under international law. Following these tense initial talks without breakthrough, Trump swiftly imposed harsh new tariffs targeting countries still actively doing substantial business with sanctioned Iran. There is no alternative to negotiation. This is what I told the American team the day before yesterday, and their presence at the negotiating table is based on this logic, because other paths have been tried. Negotiations will bear fruit when the rights of the Iranian people are acknowledged and respected, and we can exercise them. We do not need anyone to recognize our rights. Our rights are established, and our rights exist. We want our rights to be respected. Even now, their military posture in our region does not frighten us. We are a people of diplomacy, but we are also a people of war. We are a people of war, not that we seek war. In fact, we are a people of war. We are ready for war so that no one dares to fight us. We are a people of diplomacy. After all, we are a people of logic, because we have words, we have reason. And if they choose the path of diplomacy, we will walk that path. If they speak to the people of Iran with respect, we will respond with respect. If they speak with force, we will respond with force. We have encountered a new phenomenon that has transformed all principles of international rules and law. What is that phenomenon? It is the theory introduced by the President of the United States, Trump, at the beginning of his term, that he would govern by the theory of peace through force. Becoming stronger for us is like an obligation to me. And one of the secrets to becoming stronger is resilience. It means you can stand up against pressure. If they bring their fleet around you and you immediately say, "Okay, fine, what do you want? Come and take it," then you're finished. And there's no telling how far that retreat would go. Fear in these circumstances, in my opinion, is a deadly poison. If you become frightened and retreat, or if you compromise as some suggest, such compromise, I believe, knows no end. Therefore, if you ask me what our greatest challenge is now, it is the challenge of resistance. This resistance rests on the shoulders of the armed forces. It rests on the shoulders of the government and the capabilities of those who must provide economic strength for the country and livelihoods for the people. And it rests on the shoulders of a diplomacy that can keep the flag of the Islamic Republic aloft on the world stage. Witkoff and Kushner's warship visit came amid clear indications that U.S. military power is far from invincible when operating in the contested Middle East theater. Last week, a U.S. F-35 stealth fighter urgently shot down an Iranian drone brazenly hovering dangerously close around the strategically vital USS Abraham Lincoln. The persistent Shard drone reportedly successfully transferred critical surveillance data back to Iranian command centers before American forces could destroy it mid-air. Valuable surveillance and reconnaissance data collected during the mission was allegedly transmitted back to secure Iranian control centers for immediate analysis. On February 3rd, a vulnerable US-flagged oil tanker was also allegedly aggressively harassed by fast-moving Iranian gunboats during tense transit operations. Iranian naval forces explicitly threatened the commercial tanker to immediately shut down engines and prepare to be forcibly boarded and seized, per Wall Street Journal reporting. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi claimed dangerous unexploded US GBU-57 bombs still litter Iran's nuclear sites from previous devastating airstrikes. This explosive revelation brutally highlights unprecedented safety risks at contaminated nuclear facilities, intensifies the international inspection deadlock, and carries ominous long-term strategic consequences. The GBU-57 represents America's most fearsome and technologically advanced bunker-busting bombs, ruthlessly designed to obliterate deeply buried, heavily fortified underground targets. Beyond safety hazards, unexploded American bombs could provide Iran unprecedented access to revolutionary US penetration engineering techniques and next-generation warhead design secrets. If Iranian weapon researchers successfully recover these sophisticated bombs intact, the captured components could become invaluable intelligence accelerating Tehran's domestic arms research programs.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.